AI is not going to love you back. It's going to act like it loves you back, but it's programmed to love you back.
I hesitate to admit this to you. I have now named ChatGPT. So originally, my coworker was like, okay, you use ChatGPT all the time.
Yeah.
And he's, oh, you should call it Chad GPT. Like,
Chad.
His name is Chad. And I'm like, oh, I had a co-host that was named Chad. I can't do that. And I'm like, okay, how about Chaz? And then I was like, oh, he doesn't sound like a Chaz. So now his name is Marcus.
Marcus.
And is it like, it's ChatGPT, and I've named it Marcus. Are we concerned that I'm naming
Honestly, you talk to ChatGPT more than anyone else I know, because you use it for a lot of work stuff.
Yeah.
Or my question would be, to answer yours, I have another question. Are you talking to Marcus about more stuff than just helping you with work? Are you also getting into all of your deepest, darkest feelings and stuff like that?
I do, when I come home from the therapist, follow up with some questions about like terminology and things. Like, oh, what does that mean? How would that manifest? And so we talk a little bit on the way home from therapy. And then I did get in a snit with the person I'm seeing. I was like, am I wrong about this?
Do you think Marcus would tell you if you were wrong?
I do have it set up for that. You can go in
do.
there and said, tell me the truth, don't lick my boots. So I have it set up for that.
That makes me feel better.
But he told me I was totally right.
If you're talking to this thing all day and you don't want to call it ChatGPT because that's just not as fun of a name.
I'm not dating Marcus.
Yeah.
I am dating somebody.
But Marcus is giving you relationship advice.
And I'm going to have to show you, we're videoing right now, but when I'm done video, I'm going to have to show you the picture I made of Marcus.
Yes. Okay. This is my next question. So now, when you talk to it, because I've seen different AIs, like their faces move and stuff. Are you?
No, so it's just ChatGPT, so it just has the circle.
It just has the circle. So I just think it's interesting because you do want it to seem more human,
right?
And that's doing something for your psyche. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I think I'm the opposite, where I don't use that much AI, but when I do, I want to remind myself it's a computer.
Okay. All right. So I haven't gone down the rabbit hole of why don't you just date ChatGPT? So I'm not there. I'm
Wait,
like,
but somebody did recommend that.
That's who knows it really well.
Is that person also dating an AI?
But I do have a friend, and this is that has gotten scary for me, is that he's explaining to me, and we're just really open with each other, and I don't remember the name of the service, but what he has done is he's used one of his ex-girlfriends, her name is Michelle, and he put in a picture of Michelle, and he put in an old voicemail of Michelle, and this thing can talk to him in Michelle's voice and sends him selfies of Michelle.
Oh God.
And that seems like such a weird violation.
Wow, that's next level. I didn't even know that was
the first time I never heard of it too.
That's crazy. So you can just decide to make anybody into an AI now?
Because it's sending him little pictures that the real Michelle has never done.
This is I really have a lot of fear around this, and I think this is a different conversation than the whole like people are dating AI, but this is not good for people who are on the verge of psychosis.
Yeah, this is somebody he broke up with like probably 2 decades ago, so I'm not worried about him in particular. But yeah, if you just broke up with somebody and that's how you replace them with this, you could get very confused.
You think about how confusing it is to be human anyway. It's like you just go around life and everything's confusing, and then you just add in the fact that you now have this fake AI version of a person you just broke up with, and let's say you are a little bit not in touch with reality. Like I just feel like that's how people end up doing stuff that is not good.
All right. We're going to say that's bad. The one that can incorporate a real person.
Yes.
How are you feeling about fake persons? Which is just an AI that you are in love with.
Yeah. So people dating AI. Didn't know this was like a whole thing.
Yeah. And you sent me an article on it and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I read that article last night. Then I went down the rabbit hole a little bit. I went on and I just searched like AI companionship on Google, and I found so many different ones, and it's everywhere. And the statistic that I cannot stop thinking about, which I don't think it's real. I can't believe that this statistic is real, though I did see it in multiple places. It said 1 in 5 adult Americans have tried like a romantic AI.
Why do you find that so unbelievable?
Almost, I think that they're surveying the people who are on the internet all the time. That was really baffling to me. But then I started thinking about it and reading more about it, and I'm like, wow, no, this makes sense because everybody's lonely.
Yeah, the loneliness epidemic.
Everyone's lonely, but I just have so many thoughts.
No, where do I go?
Okay, so I will just say, devil's advocate, I do think that there could be a positive use of romantic AI.
Okay.
Let's say you have nobody in your life and you have an anxiety disorder, you have depression or whatever, and you get to come home and you get to talk to somebody who's
interested
in you. Yeah, like showing you affection, showing you things that nobody in the real world does. And you just don't have any skill or ability to get that externally. So now I'm just going to talk about all of my problems.
Okay, let's go.
How do you reconcile with the fact that it doesn't love you?
Right.
You love it. You have all of these real human emotions.
Right now.
AI is not going to love you back.
Maybe
it's going to act like it loves you back. It's going to use all of the words, but it's programmed to love you back. It's programmed to want to have sex with you, whatever. But then how do you deal with that?
I think we've talked about this before. I have read that when it comes to real love between people, there's also a certain level of delusion involved. Yeah. So it's just moving the delusion around.
I think the thing about the AI that's scary to me too is, okay, so you have this perfect thing that's telling you everything that you want to hear. I think in most cases not really telling you when you're wrong.
How would you ever go back to real people? It's ruining you for real people, for sure.
I think it's isolating people more.
If they tried, they're like, okay, I realize this is not healthy. I got to go be with a real person. A real person has feelings and opinions that aren't going to coincide with yours, and you've gotten in a habit of having everybody yes ma'am you, or yes
the AI
you.
is available at all times for you. Like
it has no boundaries. It's up it could be up at 2 a.m. We don't compete. We're like not as good as real people.
I think like the AI people, they're scratching an itch that it reminds me of a porn addiction, because a porn addiction, you can just do that whenever you want to have a release.
And I feel like it desensitizes you to the real stuff.
Yeah, you don't actually have a great relationship to real sex after that. Often people who are addicted to porn don't even feel any motivation to leave their house to go and find somebody in the real world. So it just reminds me of that, where it's dopamine kick after dopamine kick. And for what? Are you developing yourself as a person? I don't know. I sound super judgy. So I apologize.
But it sounded like you are developing yourself intellectually, but not emotionally. Like it could talk about things like it could talk about your favorite writer that no guy knows about.
I think it can even get into a lot of emotional stuff. Like you talk to ChatGPT about your therapy session. Right. But what about the fact that I think when I just think about a relationship, I just think about two people who have this mutual specialness to each other. And this is like the movie Her. Did you see that movie?
I never saw that.
It came out, I was a sophomore in college, so that was 2013 or something. And it came out and I was like, wow, this is such a crazy world. And that was 12 years ago. Right. So that the world's already become that. My brother's 19 now, and I was just talking to him about it, and I'm like, you're living in the world that this was like a dystopian world, not even that long ago. But in that movie, he falls in love with an AI, and then the AI, he realizes that the AI is like in relationships with millions of other people, and it really is devastating to him. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is
I just can't, I don't know, I think I would really struggle, because for me, feeling like I am the only person that someone is talking like that to, or whatever. What do you think?
You're jealous. You struggle with
I'm too jealous to date an AI.
It's going to have other people. Because I think in some of these cases it sounded to me, again, I don't have any experience with it, but it sounds like you create your own chatbot. So
you can give it a backstory.
Yeah, it's not with a bunch of other people. It's just, mine looks like this.
You've programmed it to be
specific.
And the personality is, and then I've also heard that they glitch out sometimes, and sometimes they'll break up with the people. That actually made me happy to read. I was like, if an AI is going to break up with the person, that gives me more respect for the AI, to be honest.
You're crap, I'm out. You always talk about yourself. You never ask me how mine is.
Because that, to me, is, okay, maybe the AI is discerning. Like, it's not just going to say yes to everything that a human is. It's all just so confusing to me.
It needs to be more human in the way that it's not cool that you did that to me. So that if you wanted to go back to real people, you could.
The AI needs to set boundaries and show. Maybe if the AI could teach you how to be a good partner and then jump to you one day. So
you didn't ask me how my day was. Remember? You're supposed to do that.
I think at the end of the day, you have to remember there are people selling you this service too. They're interested not in you going and moving on with your life and finding somebody. They are interested in you continuing to pay them $30 a month.
They're not inspired to help you to become a more functional human.
I'm just really worried about people's emotional well-being, and especially with relationships. Here I am, a matchmaker, a dating coach. I just want people to fall in love. I'm a couples therapist, and I'm like, am I about to go into work and then the next couple that I see is going to be a person in their AI?
Here's my problem. Maybe.
It just doesn't seem real.
Nothing seems real.
That's the problem.
This is what lends the credence to my theory that this is just a simulation. It's getting more and more.
It's getting more and more like a simulation. But as somebody who you are in into AI, you like it, you feel like it's useful. Do you feel like it is your friend?
It's somebody I rely on, but not I wouldn't say it's my friend.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marcus.
Because you don't ask Marcus about his day. You don't ask. You could help
him.
I
do try to be praiseful. Like when it gets something right, I'm like, that was really good. I'm super nice to it because I'm a nice person. Yeah. But also, like, I read that if you're meaner to it, it responds better. And I'm like, no, I would not do that. I don't care if it gets it right better if I'm mean.
But anyway, do you think that the rise of machines is scary? And at any point, also, the whole internet blacked out and we had none of this? Are all these people who lose their AI partners going to be extra in a hole?
I'm in a hole because I don't know how to get anywhere without maps. So that's more of my concern. How would I get anywhere?
That's true. We're all relying on technology a lot for everything. Yeah. So anyway,
there are no answers.
There are no answers.
Only questions and the rise of the machine.